Hey intro kids, this is Mrs. Gardner and this is your video on your art binder because you're going to get 100 points for it each 9 weeks. So when you come back, I'll be starting to grade those probably on Tuesday because Monday I'll need to give you back a couple of graded rubrics, probably the watercolor landscape and then the older dramatic lighting still life. But you have a new rubric and an old rubric besides that, but we'll go through that. And let's see, the very back, let's see, here it is. If we open it up, the thing we should see in the very back would be this golden yellow art binder rubric that has the goals checklist at the bottom. I'm not too worried about this one being marked up on a chart up here, that's okay. But do put your name, that would be nice, and put your class, P3 or P5. And read through this and make sure you have everything, like the mechanical pencil, in case I forget to tell you if you want full credit. And let's see, I'll be marking your grade in Q1. So as soon as you come back, I'll just grade it right off the shelf. Now we'll start back on the front though. On the very front spine, which is the binder edge here, you should have your name in some fashion, and you should have intro 2D 3D, but do define whether you're period 3 or period 5 if you want full credit for your name and label on the spine. And then on the front you should also have your name and label in some fashion. So like I have intro, but I also have P3 or P5, whichever one's yours, and of course my name, and decorate. I don't care if you're collaging or if you're using markers or stickers or whatever it may be, but not just a plain binder the way you got it. It needs to have a little bit of creativity on it because you are getting credit for that also. Okay, this has some stamping and some stickers and things like that. When you open it up, one of the first things you should see would be your syllabus right here, the yellow syllabus. Notice I also have a mechanical pencil. This one's on a paper clip, but you can have it tucked in, whatever your way is of having your writing utensil. So if it's a regular pencil, it's partial credit, but this is mechanical, so you don't have to go sharpen it. And then something special for us is I did give you this paper. It's an e-learning during fall break paper, and I said have it right next to either on top of your syllabus or even better, kind of off to the side if you have a pocket. So I am looking for that this time, which is a little different than usual. And then you have 2 tab dividers. So here's the first one. Notice it's on the side, not the top. And it says notes. So now I have a lot of extra stuff in mine, but you will have, let me flip to what you have. Let's see, I'll be looking for in your notes section here. Now I like to put my older notes in the back. I don't care if you do ascending or descending, like notes going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going this way, or coming from the bottom up going that way, as long as they're in order. Now in my notes, they're 1 on each page because I project them up for you all. Yours should be front and back so you get better use of your paper, your note paper. Now some of your notes might be on a line paper because we did some e-learning earlier, so that's okay. Also we had our test, chapter 1 and 2 test and summaries on e-learning, so you probably don't have those in here, and that's okay. But you should have number 1, sorry that's my phone ringing, but we're going to ignore that. Number 1, language of art. Number 2, art criticism. And the third one's aesthetics. And then we had our tests online. So, here's a handout. Now, it's okay if it's not exactly here. Some people like to put their special handouts maybe in the beginning. That's up to you. But I will be looking for it somewhere near that first chapter. And then, now I have the chapter 1 and 2 summary, and I have a blank test here. But remember, we did ours online, so you probably don't even have that. But then we do get into, you did have a handwritten number 4 notes, which is 2D media. Number 5 notes, which is 3D media. And then number 6 notes was technological media. Okay. And then we have, and that was chapter 3. And in chapter 4, I have number 7, the element of line. and number 8, expressive qualities of lying, and that is chapter 4. So there were only 2 notes for that one. Now you were supposed to handwrite those, even though I provide you a hard copy just for your reference. And of course, all this stuff is also through Schoology. I have copies of all readings and notes that you needed for all these things, but you had hard copies too. And here's your hard copy, chapter summary 3 and 4. I gave those to you to put into your binder. And then the test. Now, if you took your test on Schoology, that's best because it does self-grade, which is nice. But I still gave you a hard copy, so still have it right there, even if it's blank because you didn't use it, that's fine. Okay? And I think that's all you would have so far. These are future things right there. Oh, and don't forget that we also have another section divider, and that was for rubrics. I'm trying to get back there. Mine has a lot of stuff in it. Okay, so you saw this paper already. There we go. Then I like to order it like this. Just make sure they're in order. 2-point perspective, yours should probably be graded and in there. And then this is one I'll be giving you back graded, dramatic still life. And then I'm flipping through some extra stuff I have. I got a lot of extra stuff. And then the third one was watercolor landscape. Some of you have turned that in, some of you haven't. So if you did, I'll try to get that graded back to you. But, you know, if you have it in your binder, have it in order. And then the last one I gave you right before we went to e-learning is eraser stamp print. So this will still be in there ungraded because we'll be working on that when we come back, continuing with it. And I think that's it. Let's see. Just make sure you bring your binder, your book, and of course your artwork in progress when you come back. But this is for the art binder. Remember, it's worth 100 points, so make sure it's decorated and all that. Okay, bye guys.